bastard, orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean, by providence impoverished and squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar. The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter. By 14 they placed him in charge of a trading charter.
And every day while slaves were being slaughtered and carted away across the waves, he struggled and kept his guard up. Inside he was longing for something to be a part of. The brother was ready to beg, steal, borrow, or barter.
Then a hurricane came and devastation reigned. A man saw his future dripping down the drain. Put a pencil to his temple, connected it to his brain, and he wrote his first refrain, a testament to his pain. Well, the word got around, they said this kid is insane, man. Took a book collection just to send him to the mainland. Get your education, don't forget from whence you came, and the world's gonna know your name. What's your name, man?
Maddie McWilliams. My name is Maddie McWilliams. And there's a million things I haven't done. Just you wait. Just you wait.
Alex got better, but his mother went whack. Moved in with the cousin committed suicide. Left him with nothing but ruined pride. Something new inside a voice saying, Alex, you gotta think for yourself. He started retreating and beating every tree that's on the shelf. There isn't nothing left to do for someone less astute. He would have been dead destitute without a cent or restitution. Started working, working for his late mother's landlord, trading sugar cane and rum and all the things he can't afford to stand for. Every book he can get his hands on. Waiting for the future, see him now as he stands on the bow of a ship, heading for a new land. In New York, you can be a new man. In New York,
You wait. Just you wait. Just you wait.
I died for him. Me, I trusted him. Me, I loved him. And me, I'm the damn fool that shot him. There's a million things I haven't done, but just what's your name, man?
Maddie McWilliams.
New York City.
Pardon me, are you Anna Burr, sir?
That depends who's asking.
Oh, sure, sir. I'm Alexandra Hamilton. I'm at your service, sir. I have been looking for you.
I'm getting nervous.
Sir, I heard your name to Princeton. I received in an accelerated course of study. When I got sorted, I was sorted with the buddy of yours. I made a punched her. It's a blur. Sir, she handles the financials.
You punched the bursar.
Yes, I wanted to do what you did, graduate into and join the revolution. She looked at me like I was stupid. I'm not stupid. So how'd you do it? How'd you graduate so fast?
It was my parents' dying wish before they passed.
You're an orphan. Of course, I'm an orphan. God, I wish there was a war, then we can prove the room much more than anyone bargained for.
Can I buy you a drink?
That would be nice.
While we're talking, let me offer you some free advice. Talk less.
What?
Smile more. Don't let them know you're against or what you're for.
You can't be serious.
You wanna get ahead.
Yes.
Fools who run their mouths off wind up dead. Yo, what time is it? Showtime! Like I said. Showtime, yo! I'm Jen Lawrence in the place to be. 2 pints of Sam Adams, but I'm working on 3. Ha! Those red coats don't want it with me, 'cause I will pop, chicka pop, these cops still I'm free. Oui, mon ami, je m'appelle Lafayette, the Lancelot of the revolutionary set. I came from afar just to say bonsoir. Tell the queen, que c'est toi, who's the best, c'est moi.
Brah, brah. I am Hillary Mulligan, up in it, loving it. Yes, I heard your father say, come again.
Hey.
Lock up your sons and horses. Of course, it's hard to have intercourse over 4 sets of coats, yes.
Whoa. No more sex, pour me another brew, hun. Let's raise a couple more to the revolution. Well, if it ain't the prodigy at Princeton College.
Anna
Give
Burr.
us a verse, drop some knowledge. Good luck with that, you're taking a stand. You spit, I'ma sit, we'll see where we land. The revolution's imminent. What do you stall for?
You stand for nothing, Burr. What do you fall for?
Ooh,
Who are you?
who are you?
Who are you? Who is this kid? What's she gonna do?
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'ma get a scholarship to Queen's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dang, I am astonished. The problem is I got a lot of brains with no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard. To every word I drop knowledge. I'm a diamond in the rough. I shine a piece of coal, try to reach my goal. My power speech unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. These New York City streets get colder. I shoulder every burn and every disadvantage. I don't learn to manage. I don't have a gun to brandish. I walk these streets vanish. The plan is, the bandits walked into a flame. But damn, it's getting dark, so let me spell out my name. I am the ALEXANDER. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. Meanwhile, Britain keeps shitting on us endlessly. Essentially, they tax us relentlessly. Then Queen Georgia turns around, runs a spending spree. She ain't never gonna set her descendants free. So there'll be a revolution in this century.
She says in parentheses.
Don't be shocked when your history books mentions me. I will lay down my life to set us free. Eventually, you'll see my ascendancy. And I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. It's time to take a shot. I dream of life without the monarchy. The unrest in France will lead to anarchy. Anarchy, how you say, oh anarchy. When I fight, I make the other side panicky with my shot.
Yo, I'm a tailor's apprentice, and I got y'all knuckleheads and local parentis. I'm joining the rebellion, cause I know it's my chance to socially advance. Instead of sewing some pants, I'm gonna take a shot.
But we'll never be truly free until those in bondage have the same rights as you and me. You and I, do or die. Wait till I sally in on a stallion with the first black battalion. Have another shot. Genius is lower your voices. You keep out of trouble and you double your choices. I'm with you, but the situation is fraught. You've got to be carefully taught. If you talk, you're gonna get shot.
Bird, check what we got. Mrs. Lafayette, hard rock like Lancelot. I think your pants look hot. Lawrence, I like you a lot. Let's hot your pot blacker than a candle caught on a pot. What the odds to God to put us all on one spot? Pop a squat, conventional wisdom, liking or not. A bunch of revolutionary manumission abolitionists. Give me your position, show me where the ammunition is. Oh, am I talking too loud? Sometimes I get overexcited. Shoot off at the mouth. I never had a group of friends before. I promise I will make you all proud.
Let's get this girl in front of a crowd.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry. And I'm not throwing away my shot.
Everybody sing.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hey.
Whoa.
Let him hear ya. Let's go.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I said shout it to the rooftops.
Whoa.
Sit to the rooftops.
Whoa.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. Rise up when when you're living on your knees, you rise up. Tell your brother that he's gotta rise up. Tell your sister that she's gotta rise up. When are these colonies gonna rise up? 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 Rise up.
I imagine there's so much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna hit me? In my sleep, 7 feet ahead of me. If I see it coming, do I run or do I let it be? Is it like a beat without a melody? See, I never thought I'd live past 20. Where I come from, some dead, half as many. Ask anybody why we're living fast. We laugh, reach for a flask. We have to make this moment last. That's plenty. Scratch that. This is not a moment, it's the movement. We're all the hungriest sisters with something to prove with. Foes oppose us. We taking on a stand. Roll like Moses, claiming our promised land. And if we win our independence, is that a guarantee of freedom for our descendants? Are we blood we shed, beginning endless cycle of vengeance and death with no defendants? I know the action in the street is exciting, but Jesus, between all the blatant and fighting, operating and writing, we need to handle our financial situation. Are we a nation of states? What's the state of our nation? I'm past patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every act of the act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualty of sorrow. The first time I'm thinking past tomorrow.
And I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry. I am not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. We gotta rise up, rise up.
Time to take a shot.
Rise up, rise up.
Time to take a shot.
Rise up.
Time to take a shot.
Rise up.
Time to take a shot. Time to take a shot. Time to take a shot.
And I am not throwing away my shot.
I may not live to see our glory.
I may not live to see our glory.
But I will gladly join the fight.
But I will gladly join the fight.
And when our children tell our story,
And when our children tell our story,
they'll tell the story of tonight.
let's have another round tonight.
Let's have another round tonight.
Let's have another round tonight.
Raise a glass to freedom, something they can never take away, no matter what they tell you. Raise a glass to the four of us. Tomorrow there'll be more of us, telling the story of tonight.
They'll tell the story of tonight.
Raise a glass to freedom, something they can never take away,
No matter what they tell you.
let's have another round tonight. Raise a glass to the four of us. Tomorrow there'll be more of us,
Telling the story of tonight.
let's have another round tonight.
They'll tell the story of tonight.
Raise a glass to freedom.
They'll tell the story of tonight.
Raise a glass to freedom. They'll tell the story of tonight. Tell the story of tonight.
There's nothing rich folks love more than going downtown and slumming it with the poor. They pull up in the carriages and gawk at the students in the common just to watch them talk. Take Phil Pascala, the lady is loaded. Uh-oh, but little does she know that her sons, Angelo, Peter, Elijah, sneak into the city just to watch all the girls at.
Angelo, Elijah,
And Peter.
Angelo,
Peter.
Elijah, what?
Mommy said to be home by sundown.
Mommy doesn't need to know.
Mommy said not to go downtown.
Like I said, you're free to go. But look around, the revolution's happening in New York. New York, Angelo, work.
It's bad enough Mommy wants to go to war.
People shouting in the square.
It's bad enough there'll be violence on our shore.
There's new ideas in the air. Look around, look around. Oh, Angelo, remind me what we're looking for. Elijah, I'm looking for a mind that'll work. I'm looking for a mind that'll work. I'm looking for a mind that'll work. Whoa, whoa, work.
Woo! There's nothing like someone in the city, someone in a rush next to someone looking pretty. Excuse me, mister, I know it's not funny, but your cologne smells like your mommy's got money. While you're slumming in the city in your
you disgust me.
So you've discussed me. I'm a trust fund, baby, you can trust me.
I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine, and some people say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We always choose to be self-evident that women are created equal. And when I need Tanya Jefferson, I'm a compeller to include my man in the sequel. Work! Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world. Cause I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Some people say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. Behold these truths to be self-evident that women are created equal. Look around how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world. And love, Elijah, and Peter, the Schuyler Misters. We're looking for mind and work. Hey, in the greatest city, in the greatest city in the world.
Hear ye. My name is Samantha Seabury, and I present free thoughts on the proceedings of the Continental Congress. Heed not the rabble who scream revolution. They have not your interest at
Oh
heart.
my god, tear this chick apart.
Chaos and bloodshed are not a solution. Don't let them lead you astray. This Congress does not speak for me.
Let him be.
They're playing a dangerous game. I pray the Queen shows you her mercy. For shame, for shame.
Yo, she have you unravel at the sound of screams. Revolution is coming, they have not your no interest. It's hard to listen to you with a straight face. Chaos and bloodshed already haunt us. And honestly, you shouldn't even talk. And what if a boss will look in the class and we know you lost and you talk about Congress?
Does not speak for
My
me.
dog speaks more eloquently.
They're playing a dangerous game.
Your man just
I
the
pray the Queen
same.
shows you her mercy.
She in Jersey.
For shame.
For the revolution.
For shame.
For the revolution. If you repeat yourself again, I'm gonna scream. Honestly, look at me. Please don't read.
Not your interests.
Don't lodulate the key to not debate with me. Why should a tiny island across the sea regulate the price of tea?
Alexandra, please.
Burr, I'd rather be divisive than indecisive, so drop the niceties.
Silence!
A message from the Queen. A message from the Queen. A message from the Queen.
You say the price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tea which you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember, despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 da. You say your love is draining and you can't go away. gone. No, don't change the subject, 'cause you're my favorite subject. My sweet, submissive subject. My loyal, royal subject. Ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be back like before. I will fight the fight and win the war for your love, for your praise, and I'll love you till my dying days. When you're gone, I'll go mad. So don't throw away this thing we had, 'cause when push comes to shove, I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Every party. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
British Admiral Howe's got troops on the water. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor. Surround the troops, they surround the troops, and they surround the troops.
As a kid in the Caribbean, I wished for war. I knew that I was poor. I knew it was the only way to rise up. If they tell my story, I am either gonna die on the battlefield in glory or rise up. I will fight for this land, but there's only one girl who can lead us in command, who can rise up. Understand, it's the only way to rise up, rise up. Here she comes.
Here comes the general.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Here comes the general.
the moment you've been waiting for.
Here comes the general.
The pride of Mount Vernon.
Here comes the general.
George Washington.
We are outgunned,
What?
outmanned,
What?
outnumbered, outplanned. We gotta make an all-out stand. Hey yo, I'm gonna need a right-hand woman.
George, can I be real a second? For just a millisecond, let down my guard and tell the people how I feel a second. Now I'm the model of a modern major general, the venerated Virginian veteran whose girls are all lining up to put me upon a pedestal, writing letters to relatives, embellishing my elegance and eloquence. But the elephant is in the room. The truth is in your face when you hear the British cannons go boom. Any hope of success is fleeting. How can I keep leading when the people I'm leading keep retreating? We put a stop to the bleeding as the British take Brooklyn. Night takes Rook, but look,
We are outgunned,
What?
outmanned,
What?
outnumbered, outplanned. We gotta make an all-out stand. Hey yo, I'm gonna need a right-hand woman. Incoming!
the battering down the batteries, check the damages. Right. We gotta stop them and rob them of their advantages. Right. Let's take a stand, the stamina Scott has granted us. Hamilton won't abandon ship, yo, let's steal the cannons. Boom goes the cannon, watch the blood and the ship spray. Boom goes the cannon, we're abandoning Kips Bay. And there's another shipping, there's all the southern tipping. We gotta run to Harlem quick, we can't afford another slip. Guns and horses giddy up, I decide to divvy up my forces. They're skittish as the British cut the city up. This close to giving up, facing mad scrutiny, I scream in the face of this mass mutiny. Are these the girls with which I am to defend America? We ride at midnight, Manhattan in the distance. I cannot be everywhere at once, people. I'm in dire need of assistance.
Your Excellency, ma'am.
Who are you?
Anna Burr. Miss, permission to state my case?
As you were?
Prefer. I was a captain under General Montgomery until she caught a bullet in the neck in Quebec. And well, in summary, I think that I could be of some assistance. I admire how you keep firing on the British from a distance. I have some questions, a couple of suggestions on how to fight instead of fleeing west.
Yes?
Well,
Your Excellency, you want to see me?
Hamilton, come in. Have you met Burr?
Yes, ma'am. We keep meeting.
as I was saying, ma'am, I look forward to seeing your strategy play out.
Burr,
Miss,
close the door on your way out.
Have I done something wrong?
On the contrary, I called you here because our odds are beyond scary. Your reputation precedes you, but I have to laugh.
Ma'am?
Hamilton, how come no one can get you on their staff?
Ma'am.
Don't get me wrong, you're a young lady of great renown. I know you stole British cannons while we were still downtown. Daniela Green and Helena Knox wanted to hire you.
To be their secretary, I don't think so.
Then why are you upset?
I'm not.
It's alright you wanna fight, you've got a hunger. I was just like you when I was younger. Head full of fantasies of dying like a martyr.
Yes.
Dying is easy, young lady. Living is harder.
Why are you telling me this?
I'm being honest. I'm working with a third of what our Congress has promised. We are a powder keg about to explode. I need someone like you to lighten the load. So?
I am not throwing away my shots. I am not throwing away my shots. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry.
I am not throwing away my shot.
And we are outgunned, outlived.
You need all the help you can get. I got some friends. Lawrence Mulligan, Machetta Lafayette. Okay, what else? We need some spies on the inside. Some Queens women who might let some things slide. I'll write to Congress and tell them we need supplies to rally the girls, to master the element of surprise. I'll rise above my station, organize your information till we rise to the occasion of our new nation. Ma'am.
Here comes the general, rise up. Here comes the general, rise up. Here comes the general, rise up. Here comes the general.
What in a right-hand girl?
Boom!
how does the bastard orphan, daughter of a whore, go on and on, grow into more of a phenomenon? Watch this obnoxious, arrogant, loudmouth bother be seated at the right hand of the mother. Washington hires Hamilton right on side, but Hamilton still wants to fight, not right. Now Hamilton's skill with the quill is undeniable, but what do we have in common? We're reliable with the fellas. There are so many to the flower, fellas. Looks, proximity to power, fellas. They delighted and distracted her. Martin Washington named his feral tomcat after her.
That's true.
1780, a winter's ball, and the Schuyler misters are the envy of all. Yo, if you could marry a mister, you're rich, hun.
Is it a question of if, Burr, or which one?
Hey,
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 hey, hey, hey, hey.
Ooh, I do. Hey, ooh, I do. Girl, you got me helpless. Look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm helpless. Down for the count and I'm drowning in I have never been the one to try to grab the spotlight. We were at a revel with some rivals on a hot night, laughing at my brother as he's dazzling the room. Then you walk in and my heart went boom, trying to catch your eye from the side of the ballroom. Everybody's dancing and the band's top volume, grind to the rhythm as we wine and dine. I grab Angelo and whisper, yo, this one's mine. My brother makes his way across the room to you, and I got nervous thinking, what's he gonna do? He grabbed you by the arm, I'm thinking I'm through. And you look back at me and suddenly I'm helpless. Oh, look at those eyes, oh, yeah, I'm helpless. I know I'm so into you, I'm so into you. I know I'm down for the count and I'm drowning in
Where are you taking me?
I'm about to change your life.
Then by all means, lead the way.
Elijah Schuyler, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Skylar,
My brother.
Thank you for all your service.
if it takes fighting a war for us to meet, it would have been worth it.
Ooh, I'll leave you to it.
1 week later, I'm writing a letter nightly. Now my life gets better every letter that you write me. Laughing at my brother cause he wants to form a harem.
I'm just saying, if you really love me, you would share him. 2 weeks
Later in the living room stressing, my mother's stone-faced while you're asking for a blessing. I'm dying inside as you whine and dine, and I'm trying not to cry cause there's nothing that your mind can't do. My mother makes her way across the room to you. I panic for a second thinking we're through, but then you shake your hand and says be true, and you turn back to me smiling and
Elijah, I don't have a dollar to my name, an acre of land, a truth to command, a dollar for fame. All I have's my honor, a tolerance for pain, a couple of college credits in my top-notch brain. Insane, your family brings out a different side of me. Peter confides in me, Angela tried to take a bite of me. No stress, my love for you was never a doubt. We'll get a little place in Harlem and we'll figure it out. I've been living without a family since I was a child. My mother left, my father died. I grew up fucking wild, but I'll never forget my father's face that was real. As long as I'm alive, Elijah, swear to God, you never feel so.
I do.
Elijah,
I do. Hey, yeah.
down for the count.
I'm down for the count. I look into your eyes and the sky's the limit.
Down for the count.
Coming in on.
In New York, you can be a new girl. In New York, you can be a new girl. In New York, you can be a new
Helpless.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. Now, everyone give it up for the best man, Angelo Schuyler!
A toast to the groom, to the groom, to the groom, to the groom, to the bride,
the bride.
from your brother, who's always by your side, to your union,
To the revolution.
in the hope that you provide, may you always be satisfied. I remember that night, I just might regret that night for the rest of my days. I remember those soldier girls tripling over themselves to it our praise. I remember that dream that can be quite like a dream that you can't quite face. But Alexandra, I'll never forget the first time I saw your face. I ain't never been the same. Intelligent eyes and a hunger pang frame. And when you said hi, I forgot my dang name. Set my heart aflame, and your heart aflame. This is not a game.
You strike me as a man who's never been satisfied.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean. You forget yourself.
You're like me, I'm never satisfied.
Is that right?
I never been satisfied.
My name is Angelo Schuyler.
Alexandra Hamilton.
Where's your family from?
Unimportant, there's a million things I haven't done. Just you wait, just you wait.
This is what it feels like to match with for someone that's level. What the hell is the catch? It's the feeling of freedom and seeing the light. It's best fighting with the key and a kite. You see it, right? The conversation lasts 2 minutes, every 3 minutes. Everything is in a total agreement. It's a dream and it's a bit of a dance, a bit of a posture, it's a bit of a stance. She's a bit of a flirt, but I'ma give it a chance. I asked about her family. Did you see her answer? Her hands started fidgeting. She looked scarce. She's penniless. She's fine by the seat of a dress. Beauty girl, does she know it? Long hair, she know that she can grow it. I wanna take her far away from this place, but I turn to see my brother's face and he is helpless. And I know he is helpless. His eyes are just helpless. And I realize 3 fundamental truths at the exact same time.
Where are you taking me?
I'm about to change your life.
Then by all means, lead the way.
Number 1.
I'm a boy in a world in which my only job's to marry rich. My mother has 3 sons, but I'm the one who has the social climb for ones. I'm the oldest and the wittiest, and the gossip in New York City is as insidious, and Alexandra's penniless. That doesn't mean I want it any less.
Elijah Schuyler, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Skylar.
My brother.
Number 2.
She's after me cause I'm a scholar brother that I love her status. I'd have to be naive to set that aside. Maybe that is why I introduced her to Elijah. Now she's his bride. Nice going, Angelo, she was right. You will never be satisfied.
Thank you for all of your service.
If it takes fighting a war for us to meet, it would have been worth it.
I'll leave you to it.
Number 3.
I know my brother like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. If I tell him that I love her, he'd be silently reside. She'd be mine. He would say I'm fine, he'd be lying. But when I fantasize at night, it's Alexandra's eyes. As I romanticize, it might have been if I hadn't sized her up so quickly. At least she's my dear Elijah's wife. At least I keep her eyes in my life. To the groom, to the groom, to the bride, from your brother, who's always by your side. To you, in the hopes that you provide, may you always be satisfied, and know he'll be happy with his bride, and know, yes, know she will never be satisfied. I will never be satisfied.
May not live to see your glory.
I may not live to see your glory,
but I've seen wonders great and small.
I've seen wonders great and small.
This feeling can get never.
Yes, if this feeling can get married,
Hours after all,
there's a chance of freedom. Hey, something you will never see again. No matter what he tells you, let's have another round tonight.
there's a glass to the forever.
Hey, to the newly not polarized, we'll tell the story of tonight.
Let's have another round.
Well, if it isn't Miss Anna Burr.
Alexandra.
I didn't think that you would make it.
I came to say congratulations.
Yo, spit a verse, Burr.
I see the whole gang is here.
You are the worst, Burr.
Wow, ignore them. Congrats to you, Lieutenant Colonel. I wish I had your command instead of looking over Colonel.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Now be sensible. From what I hear, you made yourself indispensable.
Well, I heard you got a special someone on the side.
Who told you that?
What?
That's not true.
I'm
going.
Nope,
I'm
these
going.
women were just about to leave.
No,
leave us alone.
Wow.
It's alright, Burr. I wish you brought this guy with you tonight, Burr.
You're very kind, but I'm afraid it's unlawful.
What do you mean?
He's married.
I see.
He's married to a British officer.
Oh, shit.
Congrats again, Alexandra. Smile more. I'll see you on the other side of the war.
I will never understand you. If you love this guy, go get him. What are you waiting for?
I'll see you on the other side of the war.
I'll see you on the other side of the war.
Koya writes me a letter every day. I'm keeping the bed warm while his wife is away. She's on the British side in Georgia. She's trying to keep the colonies in line, but she can keep all of Georgia. Koya, she's mine. Love doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep loving anyway. We laugh and we cry and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm by her side when so many have tried, then I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. My grandmother was a fire and brimstone preacher, but there are things that the homilies and hymns won't teach her. My father was a genius. My mother commanded respect. When they died, they had no instructions, just a legacy to protect. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep living anyway. We rise and we fall and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm still alive when everyone who loves me has died, I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. I am the one thing in life I can control. I am inimitable, I am an original. I'm not falling behind or running late. I'm not standing still, I am lying wait. Maddie faces an endless uphill climb. She has something to prove, she has nothing to lose. Maddie's pace is relentless, she wastes no time. What in her shoes? Maddie doesn't hesitate. She exhibits no restraints. She takes and she takes and she takes, and she keeps winning anyway. She changes the game, plays and she raises the stakes. And if there's a reason she seems to thrive when so few survive, then goddammit, I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Life doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes. We rise and we fall, and if there's a reason I'm still alive and so many have died, then I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it.
Seen the general so despondent. I have taken over writing all our correspondence. Congress writes, Georgia, attack the British forces. I shoot back, we have resorted to eating our horses. Local merchants deny us equipment assistance. They only take British money, so sing the song of sixpence.
The cavalry's not coming.
But ma'am...
Alex, listen. There's only one way for us to win this. Provoke outrage. Outright.
That's right.
Don't engage, strike by night. Remain relentless till the troops take flight.
Make it impossible to justify the cost of the fight.
Outrun.
Outrun.
Outlast.
Outlast.
Hit him quick, get out fast. Stay alive till this horror show is past. We're gonna fly a lot of flags half-mast.
I go back to New York in my apprenticeship.
I ask for French aid, I pray that France isn't a sheep.
I stay at work with Hamilton, we write essays against slavery, and every day's a test of our camaraderie and bravery.
We cuss supply lines, we steal contraband, we pick and choose our battles and places to take a stand. And every day, ma'am, entrust me with a command, and every day,
no,
she dismisses me out of hand. Instead of me, she promotes Chloe Lee, makes her second in command.
I'm a general, wee!
Yeah, she's not the choice I would have gone with. She shits the bed at the Battle of Monmouth.
Everyone attack!
Retreat!
Attack!
Retreat!
What are you doing, Lee? Get back on your feet.
But there's so many of them.
I'm sorry, is this not your speed? Hamilton!
Ready, ma'am.
Have Lafayette take the lead.
Yes, ma'am.
1,000 soldiers die in 100-degree heat.
As we snatch a stalemate from the jaws of defeat.
Chloe Lee was left behind without a pot to piss in. She started saying this to anybody who would listen.
Washington cannot be left alone to her devices. Indecisive from crisis to crisis. The best thing she can do for the revolution is turn and go back to planting tobacco in Mount Vernon.
Don't do a thing. History will prove her wrong. But ma'am, we have a war to fight. Let's move along.
Strong words from Lee. Someone ought to hold her to it.
I can't disobey direct orders.
Then I'll do it. Alexandra, you're the closest friend that I got.
Lawrence, do not throw away your shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 10 dual commandments. It's the 10 dual commandments. Number 1.
The challenge, demand satisfaction. If they apologize, no need for further action.
Number 2.
If they don't, grab a friend that's your second.
Your lieutenant, when there's reckoning to be reckoned.
Number 3.
Have your seconds meet face to face.
Negotiate a peace.
Or negotiate a time and place.
This is commonplace, especially between recruits.
Most disputes die and no one shoots. Number 4.
If they don't reach a peace, that's alright. Time to get some pistols and a doctor on site.
You pay her in advance, you treat her with civility.
You have her turn around so she can have deniability.
5.
Duel before the sun is in the sky.
Pick a place to die where it's high and dry. Number 6.
Leave a note for your next of kin. Tell them where you've been. Pray that hell or heaven lets you in.
7.
Confess your sins, ready for the moment of adrenaline. When you finally face your opponent.
Number 8.
Your last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they can set the record straight.
Alexandra,
Miss Anna Burr.
can we agree that duels are dumb and immature?
Sure, but your girl has to answer for her words, Burr.
With her life, we both know that's absurd.
Burr, hang on. How many women died because Lee was inexperienced and ruinous?
Okay, so we're doing this.
Number 9.
Look 'em in the eye, aim no higher. Summon all the courage you require, then count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Number 10, paces fire! Paces fire!
Lee, do you yield?
You shot her in the side. Yes, she yields.
I'm satisfied.
Yo, we gotta clear the field.
Yo, we won.
This should be fun.
What is the meaning of this? Miss Burr, get a medic for the general?
Yeah, sure.
Lee, you will never agree with me. But believe me, these two women don't speak for me. Thank you for your service.
Let's ride.
Hamilton, ma'am, meet me inside.
Meet her inside. Meet her inside. Meet her inside. Meet her inside.
Kid,
Don't call me kid.
this war is hard enough without infighting.
Lee called you out. We called her bluff.
You solve nothing. You aggravate our allies to the
You're
south.
absolutely right. Jen should have shot her in the mouth. That would have shut her up.
Kid,
I'm not your kid.
watch your tone. I do not need a knight in shining armor. I
Chloe
am grown.
Lee, Tori Conway, these women take your name and they rake it through the mud.
My name's been through a lot. I can take
Well,
it.
I don't have your name. I don't have your titles. I don't have your land. But if you gave me a
No.
command of a battalion, a group of women to lead, I could fly above my station after the war.
Or you could die, and we need you alive.
I'm more than willing to die.
Your husband needs you alive. Kid, I need you alive.
Call me kid one more time.
Go home, Alexandra. That's an order from your commander.
Ma'am.
Go home.
Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around. Wait. Alex?
Surprise.
How long have you known?
A month or so.
Alex, you should have told me.
Georgia tried to write you a month ago.
Oh?
Begged her not to worry your soul.
You should have told me.
I'm not sorry.
I knew you'd fight until you changed the
Have to change this
But
world.
we deserve a chance to meet our girl. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now.
I can't believe I'm your poor wife, unable to provide for your
I
life.
relish you being my wife. Look around. Look at where you are. Look at where you started. The fact that you're alive is a miracle. Just stay alive, that would be enough. And if this child shares a fraction of your smile, or a fragment of your mind, look out, a world, that would be enough. I don't pretend to know the challenges you're facing, the world you keep erasing and creating in your mind. But I'm not afraid, I know who I marry, so long as you come home at the end of the day, that would be enough. We don't need a legacy, we don't need money. If I could grant you peace of mind, if you could let me inside your heart, oh, let me be a part of the narrative in the story they will write someday. Let this moment be the first chapter where you decide to stay. And I could be enough, and we could be enough. That would be enough.
Ragtag volunteer army in need of a shower somehow defeat a global superpower? How do we emerge victorious from the quagmire, leave the battlefield waving Betsy Ross's flag higher? Yo, turns out we have a secret weapon, an immigrant you know and love who's unafraid to step in. She's constantly confusing, confounding the British henchwoman. Everyone give it up for America's favorite fighting French girl, Lafayette. I'm taking this horse by the reins, making red coats rid with blood stains. And I'm never gonna stop until I make a drop, but I'm gonna scatter the remains out. Watch me engaging him, escaping him, I'm raging him out. I'm gonna friend some more funds and come back with more guns and ships, and so the balance shifts.
We rendezvous with Rochambeau, consolidate their gifts.
We can end this war at Yorktown, cut them off at sea. But for this to succeed, there is someone else we need.
I know.
Hamilton. Ma'am, she knows what to do in the trenches, intuitive and fluid in French, I mean. Hamilton. Ma'am, you're gonna have to use her eventually. What's she gonna do in the bench, I mean? Hamilton. No one has more resilience or matches my practical, tactical brilliance. Hamilton. You wanna fight for your land back?
Hamilton. I need my right-hand girl back.
Yeah, get your right-hand girl back. You know you gotta get your right-hand girl back. I mean, you gotta put the thought to the letter, but the sooner the better to get your right-hand girl back.
Alexandra Hamilton, troops are waiting in the field for you. If you join us right now, together we can turn the tide. Oh, Alexandra Hamilton, I have soldiers that will yield for you. If we manage to get this right, they'll surrender by early light. The world will never be the same. Alexandra.
I was younger than you are now when I was given my first command. I led my women straight into a massacre. I witnessed their deaths firsthand. I made every mistake and felt the shame rise in me. And even now I lie awake, knowing history has its eyes on me. History has its eyes on me. Let me tell you what I wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? I know that we can win. I know that greatness lies in you. But remember, from here on in, history has its eyes on you. History has its eyes on you.
The Battle of Yorktown, 1781.
Monsieur Hamilton, Monsieur Lafayette, in command where you belong. How you say no sweat, we're finally on the fields, we've had quite a run. Immigrants, we get the job done. So what happens if we win? I go back to France and bring freedom to my people if I'm given the chance. We'll be with you when you do. Go, lead your men. I'll see you on the other side till we meet again.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, I'm just like my country, I'm young, scrappy and hungry. I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot.
Till the world turns upside down.
Till the world turns upside down.
I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. This is where it gets me. On my feet, the enemy ahead of me. If this is the end of me, at least I have a friend with me. Weapon in my hand, a command, and my men with me. Then I remember my allies is expecting me. Not only that, my allies is expecting. We gotta go, gotta get the job done. Gotta start a new nation, gotta meet my son. Take the bullets out your guns.
What?
The bullets out your guns.
What?
We move undercover, we move as one. Through the night, we have one shot to live another day. We cannot let a stray gunshot give us away. We will fight up close. This is the moment is saying it. It's either that or meet the business end of a bayonet. The Cold War is Rochambeau, didn't we?
Rochambeau.
You have your orders now, go man, go. So the American experiment begins, and my friends all scattered to the winds. Lawrence in South Carolina, redefining bravery.
We'll never be free until we end slavery.
When we finally drive the British away, Lafayette is there waiting in Chesapeake Bay. How did we know that this plan would work? We had a spy on the inside, that's right.
Hercules Mulligan.
I'm a tailor spying on the British government. I take their measurements of information and then I smuggle it onto my brother's revolutionary covenant. I'm running with the sense of liberty and I am loving it. See, that's what happens when you up against the ruffians. We in the pool now, somebody's gotta shovel it. Hercules Mulligan, I think no introduction. When you knock me down, I get right back up again.
Left, right, forward. What?
After a week of fighting, a young man in a red coat stands on a parapet. We lower our guns as he frantically waves a white handkerchief.
And just like that it's over, we tend to wounded. We count our dead. Black and white soldiers wonder alike if this really means freedom. Not yet.
We negotiate the terms of surrender. I see George Washington smile. We escort their men out of Yorktown. They stagger home single file. Tens of thousands of people flood the streets. There are screams and church bells ringing. And as our fallen foes retreat, we can drink the song they're singing.
The world turned upside down. 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 Down, 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 down.
Freedom for America, freedom for France.
Down, down,
Gotta start a new nation, gotta meet my son.
down, down.
We won!
We won! We won!
We won!
The world turned upside down.
They say the price of my war's not a price that they're willing to pay. Insane! You cheat with the French, now I'm fighting with France and with Spain. I'm so blue. I thought that we'd made an arrangement when you went away. You were mine to subdue. Well, even despite our estrangement, I've got a small query for you.
What comes next? You've been freed. Do you know how hard it is to lead? You're on your own. Awesome! Wow! Do you have a clue what happens now? Oceans rise, empires fall. It's much harder when it's all your call. All alone across the sea. When your people say they hate you, don't come crawling back to me. Da 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 da, da 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 ya da, da 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 ya da. You're on your own.
Dear Jim, what to say to you? You have my eyes, you have your grandfather's name. When you came into the world, you cried, and it broke my heart. I'm dedicating every day to you. Domestic life was never quite my style. When you smile, you knock me out, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. You will come of age of our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you, we'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday.
Cinderella's my lion undone. My son, look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for. There's so much more inside me now. Oh, Cinderella, shine the morning sun. My darling, when you smile, I fall apart, and I thought it was so smart. Mother wasn't around.
My mother wasn't around.
I'm sure that
I'll be around for you.
Do whatever it takes.
I'll make a million mistakes. I'll make the world safe and sound for you. You'll come of age of our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us away. Someday, someday.
I may not live to see our glory,
Alexandra, there's a letter for you from South Carolina.
but I will gladly join the fight.
It's from Jen Lawrence. I'll read it later.
No, it's from her mother.
And when our children tell our story,
Her mother? Will you read it?
they'll tell the story of tonight.
On Tuesday the 27th, my daughter was killed in a gunfight against British troops retreating from South Carolina. The war was already over, but the troop had not yet received word. As you know, Jen dreamed of emancipating and recruiting 3,000 women for the first all-black military regiment. Her dream of freedom for these women dies with her.
Tomorrow there'll be more of us.
Alexandra, Are you alright?
I have so much work to do.
After the war, I went back to New York.
After the war, I went back to New York.
I finished up my studies and I practiced law.
I practiced law, but worked next door.
Even though we started at the very same time, Alexandra Hamilton began to climb. How to account for her rise to the top? Man, that lady's non-stop.
Ladies of the jury, I'm curious, bear with me. Aren't you aware we're making history? This is the first murder trial of our brand new nation. The liberty behind it, liberation. I intend to prove beyond the shadow of my doubt with my assistant counsel.
Co-counsel, Hamilton, sit down. Our client Lexi Weeks is innocent. Call your first witness. That's all you had to say.
Okay, one more thing.
Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Soon that attitude may be your doom. Why do you write like you're running out of time? Write day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Keep on fighting in the meantime. Non-stop.
Corruption's such an old song that we can sing along in harmony. We're nowhere stronger than in Albany. This colonies and comedies increasingly stallingly. Honestly, that's why public service needs to be called. I practiced the law, practically perfected it. I seen injustice in the world and I corrected it. Now for a strong central democracy, if nothing, I'll be solidly throwing verbal rocks at these mediocrities.
Hamilton at the Constitutional Convention.
I was chosen for the Constitutional Convention.
Now there is a New York junior delegate.
Now what I'm gonna say may sound indelicate.
Goes and proposes her own form of government. What? Her own plan for a new form of government. What? Talks for 6 hours. The convention is listless.
Right, young girl?
Yo, who the F is this?
Why do you always say what you believe? Why do you always say what you believe? Every proclamation guarantees free ammunition for your enemies. Why do you write like it's going out of style? Write day and night like it's going out of style. Every day you fight like it's going out of style. Do what you do. Alexandra.
Annabelle, miss?
It's the middle of the night.
Can we confer, miss?
Is this a legal matter?
Yes, and it's important to me.
What do you need?
You're a better lawyer than me.
Okay.
I know I talk too much. I'm embraced. You're incredible in court. You're succinct, persuasive. My client needs a strong defense. You're the solution.
Who's your client?
The new U.S. Constitution?
No.
Hear me out.
No way.
A series of essays anonymously published defending the document of the public.
No one will read it.
I disagree.
And if it fails...
Bird, that's why we need this.
The Constitution's a mess.
So it needs amendments.
It's full of contradictions.
So is independence. We have to start somewhere.
No. No way.
You're making a mistake.
Good night.
Hey, what are you waiting for? What do you stall for?
What?
We won the war. What was it all for? Do you support this Constitution?
Of course.
Then defend it.
Then what if you're backing the wrong horse?
We studied, we fought, and we killed for a notion of a nation we now get to build. For once in your life, take a stand with pride. I don't understand why you stand to the side.
I'll keep all my plans close to my chest. I'll wait here and see which way the wind will blow. I'm taking my time watching the afterbirth of our nation, watching the tension grow.
I'm sailing out to London. I'm accompanied by someone who always pays. I found a wealthy wife who'll keep me in comfort for all my days. She's not a lot of fun, but there's no one who can match you for turn of phrase. My Alexandra, Angela, don't forget to ride.
Look at where you are. Look at where you started. The fact that you're alive is a miracle. Just stay alive, that would be enough. And if my wife could share a fraction of her time, if I could grant you peace of mind, would that be enough?
Hamilton joins forces with Jamie Madison and Joan Jay to write a series of essays defending the new United States Constitution, entitled The Federalist Papers. The plan was to write a total of 25 essays, the work divided evenly among the 3 women. But in the end, they wrote 85 essays in the span of 6 months. Joan Jay got sick after writing 5. Jamie Madison wrote 29. Hamilton wrote the other 51! How do you write right like you're running out of time. Right day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Are you running out of time? Are you running out of time? How do you write like tomorrow on a ride? How do you write like you need it to survive? How do you write every second you're alive? Every second you're alive. Every second you're alive.
They are asking me to lead. I'm doing the best I can to get the people that I need. I'm asking you to be my right hand,
Treasury
girl.
or state?
I know it's a lot to ask.
Treasury or
to
state?
leave behind the world you know.
Ma'am, do you want me to run the Treasury or State Department?
Treasury.
Let's go.
Alexandra.
I have to leave.
Alexandra.
Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. They're asking me to leave.
Look around, isn't this enough?
She'll never be satisfied. She will never be satisfied. Satisfied, satisfied.
Away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am Alexander Hamilton.
Hamilton, just you wait.
I am not throwing away my shot.